And good morning, everybody. This
My
is
name is Blake. Going.
oh, happening across this continent today, but best on the pitch, like a that has
Well, I'm hoping we don't see any rain. Like, it's affecting.
that here we have the vortex on our left, wearing the mixed number one rank in this on the other side on our right side, wearing the white jerseys. Vortex on the left, Turbo on the right, and Turbo coming into this one ranked eighth against Vortex's number one. Now, 7 spots in between these two clubs. Obviously, if you're tops the way that the Vortex are, you want to prove why you're on top. What do they have to do to get off on the right foot, so to speak?
Well, first, I do just want to acknowledge that we are on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded lands of the Tsleil, Musqueam, and Quick-Quetlam peoples, and I'm sure they'll do great on this field today, which we are blessed to be on. Realistically, I think Vortex just needs to play in their bag today. Like, I think they're going to come out confident. First few points would be a little shaky once they put their foot down. I'm expecting a comfortable win.
Opening goal will be taken here by the Vortex. Here's the chance coming off for both clubs on either side of us. Here's the opening goal. Collected here by Turbos. They'll look to work this out of their own end here.
Coming off in a tight person here.
Ariel Wong. From inside of her own zone here. Pass back into her own end. Box out. Offensive defense by Jordan there. And the disc is down. That'll be a change in possession.
Back here.
Tex back onto this one. Pass down the side just out of the reach.
Who would have guessed it? Who would have guessed it? Turbo gets it back. Let's see if they spread out a little bit and, calm their nerves. See if they can get a few shots.
Turbo from the near side. Right in the corner. Pass up the near side flank out of the reach of the intended target there. Caleb Lowe was trying to chase that one down. Again. Down the near side, that'll be out of the reach. Ooh, it will be caught.
A nice break for Vortex there. That sideline is big. Don't underestimate that energy coming to those players.
You can see the disc. It had the momentum there, and then it slowly just feathered its way down. A nice, easy catch there, and a good start for Vortex as that number one ranked club will establish themselves early on here.
Yeah, I mean, had a nice touch on it. You can tell it shots, something they work on. I still like what Turbo's got. I'd love to see a few things getting together here. See another defense.
Get back over Vortex here. Strategy here. This time,
They're staying on the line this early in the game.
back.
Better movement from Turbo. Offense looked a little inspired, a little more prepared.
Vortex. It's back into the hands of Hannah White.
See,
That one back for Tiffany.
needs to be a call on the field here. Seems to be a no contest on a call. We aren't sure what the call was because there was no hand signal. Looks like it's going back.
Possession here now for the Turbo. It's going to be low. Just outside the end zone. Great intercept there. Chance back the other way for the Vortex. Vortex up 1 in this game so far. Man-on-man defense here from Tara Hong on the far side. Nebraska trying to force a turnover here. That'll be caught just inside the sideline on the far. Look to reset now. Offensive aggression there from Abigail Lee trying to cut off a passing lane. Be a disc down. Long pull just wide.
Turbo's getting lots of great chances here. I love the fight they're putting up. But Vortex is probably hoping to put away this break as soon as they can. It's getting a little long.
Another chance for Vortex to get this one out. Out from the end zone. How much pressure does that put on the defensive team?
I mean, coming out of your own end zone is always a bit more of a task, right? And especially when you're trying to get more comfortable, you're not an offensive line. You feel the pressure coming out of your end zone. A quick turnover could lead to a score. And there's a quick turnover, and let's see what it leads to.
Quickly onto that one for Turbo is going to be Rebecca Louie. Teammates to set up in the end zone, looking for a passing option. Short one knocked aside. Quick counterattack, our Vortex. That one's going to be gloved out of the air by Hannah White.
A little frantic in this early game.
Still a 1-0 lead for Vortex over Turbo. Side White down the wall. Throws that one, and that will be good. Outside, pardon me. Now they'll have the short pass to try to complete here from the goal line, and that one will be a completion.
Great battle from Turbo. I think both teams are going to be happy that point's done, and I think Vortex is going to be looking forward to their own point, trying to get some stability.
Got it at 1 apiece here. The completion, and back to that Patriots and Seahawks Super Bowl, plays off the goal line can be dangerous. You're only 2 yards out, as you can see. Turbo was there. Those are the ones where you can see an interception blow everything you've worked so hard to achieve.
Especially this early season, people get nervous. Especially you work so hard to get there, and then all of a sudden.
Talk about how long does it take to love
Well, realistically, most of these teams are playing 18 games, maybe 19. That's 3 tournaments. 16 games. This being our first tournament, their first chance in a knockout. Some of these kids may have played. They got all these cool basketball jerseys on. There's a lot of pressure to succeed for that name you got on your back. And Usually, after a few opportunities in these spaces, they really start to tighten up. But you can see in this start of this game, both teams are hyped up. Both teams are ready to go. There's lots of different things happening.
1-1 is the score. The two clubs will switch ends yet again. Text back on the left, Turbo on our right. In case you're just joining us, Turbo wearing their white jersey. There is the opening. Text looking to start it from their own side. Pass ahead for Brian.
Something a little zony on defense here from Turbo.
A give and go action here.
See Vortex just figuring out how to chip away at it.
Nice short gains up the field. Only a couple yards here and there. That's all you need. That one will be thrown away just shy of center field. Chance now for Turbo. Moving forward is Aubrey Brandt. Maxine Ho. Oh, top of the box. Back for Brandt. That one will be intercepted by Kobe.
Watch the runner.
Ryan, a long stretch pass, just out of the reach of the intended target.
Well, Vortex, that's their comfort zone. They love big plays. They love big energy. So now they put themselves in a decent spot here. I wouldn't mind having to play defense down the end zone.
One of the advantages of missing a long bomb like that is, although there is the loss of possession, you have it so deep in the attacking zone, you might be able to force a turnover with some good forechecking. As you see the turnover there on the far side, Kobe onto it.
I promise we do not have a script.
Bryant again. On her is Maxine Ho. Give and go work here by Vortex. We're tied 1-1 early here. As that one will go out of bounds. Off a Turbo block.
Great pressure from Turbo. Vortex is staying pretty tight towards this. They seem like they're not looking to attack too deep until it's a score, and Turbo's capitalizing.
Brandt from her own goal line. Moves that one forward, and that will hit the ground. Turnover in the defensive zone. Chance for Vortex to capitalize. 2 for Vortex into the end zone, and that'll be leapt up and caught one-handed.
Just if you weren't sure, that was a hold.
And it's that great catch, leaping up in the air, one-handed snag.
I mean, yeah, these are good athletes. That is a great catch. An open side, that's bread and butter. I've been coaching against Vortex for years, and they love big, great catches.
Call that one an airbud. Jump up and snag that. You ever play Frisbee with a dog? You see the agility out of a dog pulling a Frisbee?
I don't think dogs have thumbs.
It's the lower jaw.
Oh, right. That's my bad.
You've seen airbud. Come
on.
It was filmed somewhat locally. It was down the road in Fort Langley.
I was a bigger fan of the one where the chimpanzee was playing hockey.
Also filmed down the road. Oh, that one was
same studio. Huh?
The old GM place.
Oh, yeah. They really did good job.
Made him skateboard. 2-1 is the score in favor of Vortex over Turbo.
This game looks pretty even right now. Both teams, are having some difficulty executing down the stretch. And I do think whoever sort of gets that first punch of that first break will be in a great place. I think right now I'm enjoying this energy.
Talked ad nauseum here about the overcast weather high above the skies here in Burnaby. You have to wonder if that might be a little bit advantageous considering how warm it's been here in the greater Vancouver area and throughout the Fraser Valley in the past month or so. been pretty close to heat wave conditions. They've got a nice overcast day here.
Yeah, I mean, kids don't know much about sun protection. Like they'll be out here in tank tops, no sunscreen on, and like that adds up. You get too hot, and all of a sudden you don't run as fast. So this is probably playing out in benefit for these younger players. Feeling a little bit fresher this morning, but that energy is tipping us a little bit off balance too.
Like check one.
And as we see, just a break from Vortex there. I mean, good pressure. They're definitely looking a little more composed, and there's that first break of the game to push us to 3-1. And if I'm Turbo here, I'm not sweating that too much. We get another opportunity right away to get some more stability, keeping that spread out offense, and just working hard for everything that you can get. Vortex is pressuring you. You expected that coming into this game.
And the two teams are going to reset here. Vortex back on our left. Turbo on our right. A 3-1 lead for Vortex.
It'd be interesting here. If I was a Vortex coach, I might be thinking, how can we switch up the defense? How can we ensure we get another quick break here? Or they might just keep that same pressure.
And when you have an opportunity, you get a multi-point lead here. If you turn your attention, obviously Vortex is exactly where they want to be. You turn your attention on the other side of Turbo. How many as a deficit does it get to be before this team can start to get down on themselves?
You never know. Some teams get down on themselves already. And, it really just depends on. This is where some of that coaching mentality and what's trickling down to their players really comes in handy. If a 3-1, you're getting a little stressed out as a coach. How could you not be stressed out as a player?
Well, from what you can read from the body language of these two clubs so far, do you think Vortex has the potential to put to the proverbial foot on the neck here and really try to put this game out of reach in the early stages?
I could see how Vortex would feel a little more in this game already, and how Turbo could have that play to their disadvantage as they get maybe a little bit less comfortable. I think it's going to be an interesting game for them as they work through that.
Vortex will punt this one from left to right. Turbo looking to accept. In case you're just joining us, Vortex wearing mixed jerseys, Turbo wearing the whites. There is the pull. And a quick counterattack started here by Turbo. Remember, they're down by a pair. They'd like to strike back. That'll be intercepted at center. Good knockdown by 9.
Time to settle for Turbo. That was another unforced. I think if they can dial it in a little bit, they're going to get something flowing here. They're looking good.
Late chance will start up from the Vortex bench. That will trigger an offensive zone interception for them as they'll start it down the left wing. Down into the end zone. It will be caught. Is it inside? And that one will count.
4-1 for Vortex, and if I'm Turbo, I'm thinking maybe it's time to use a timeout. Decent amount of unforced turnovers from a team that I'm seeing has some good setups and great initiating cuts, and Vortex, they're capitalizing. They've got big energy, and they're not slowing down.
Break there.
Did you know the Vancouver Ultimate members save at restaurants across the city, including the Eatery, the General Public, London Pub, and East Van Brewing? You can learn more about that at vul.ca/partners. And the kids here are probably just getting food at these places. But if you're an adult and a VUL member, get out there.
How do they feel about broadcast?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Currently now a 4-1 lead for Vortex. We're coming live from Burnaby Lake. Misfits Cup 2026 live on Trickshot. Two clubs will once again reset. Turbo onto the left, Vortex onto the right.
Wonder if we'll see any trick shots in this game.
Lead up here by Vortex following a nice break.
It's a great community, honestly. Can't go anywhere without getting offered a nugget. And that Turbo ready to receive that pull. Coach is walking off the field.
Vortex is going to huck that thing down. That will be caught. Turbo looking for a quick transition back the other way. Short pass forward for Ariel Long. Long flicks it forward. Flick just going to be caught there by Tam. And back pass.
It's a pick call. Bender will be getting to catch up on that play.
White. Long flick down the right wing. That's up. Just out of the reach.
Huge playing from Turbo.
Tara,
Under pressure, putting up great shots.
Tara Hong was right there.
She's catching that next time. I know she is.
It's out from their own end zone. Back the other way come Vortex. Air, however. Back down on the pitch. Back to control the Lucy will be Hannah White. Low. Flicks that one forward. Nobody can get a hand on it.
We're just looked a little unsure in that end zone set.
River really needed to find a way to lock in here. They need a point in the worst way. And a great catch there. Good squad, Jordan leaping out. Now it's LeBron. James back past to the goal line. And back in for James. Long stretch up the middle. Finding just missing Jordan, however. She tried to lay out for a second time on the same play, could not pull that one back in the second time around.
It's an excellent effort, but it gets harder every time.
Chance here. There's the long dime. Can it be caught? Just hits the ground.
A little bit of back and forth here from our two teams, and there it goes back again. See Turbo's playing that zone off the turn. Vortex looks comfortable in their handler space, but there's something over the top. For a quick deep shot into the back right corner. Track down. All right, through the contact, Vortex getting the break again. I mean, they're coming out on the better end of these 50-50s. Turbo's looking at how do we get a hold of this game before it gets away from us. You know, Ultimate is a game of runs. The game is far from over. We still have lots of time. And if I'm the coach of Turbo, I'm thinking, what can we get out of this game right now? Realistically, you get just a nice hold. Is what we're looking for right now, 1 point at a time. If I'm Vortex, pressure's working. Not playing the cleanest game, but we're winning. So what else can you do? Maybe we're hoping to get better as the game goes on. I think both teams got a little bit of work to do here before we're over.
Now Vortex scores.
It's been a fun game so far. Interested to see if Turbo changes anything on offense here. I don't think there's a lot to change other than just saying, hey, catch it next time. Or, hey, throw it a little bit lower next time. But you never know.
They've been getting their opportunities, certainly. We saw how close they were to a dime in the attacking zone a little bit earlier on. And Turbo will have the opportunity to start this one out of their own end. Wong goes it forward. That'll be an unforced turnover.
Tough one for Turbo.
You can see Vortex. They'll take their time before they collect. Short flick forward. Now down the right wing. And that will be caught.
Seems to be just getting away from us a little bit in this half. Turbo's going to be looking for that halftime break to like themselves and get some positives out of this game.
Speaking of looking for a halftime break, it's another break there. Second of the game for Vortex. And force those turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, like their defensive pressure is definitely making it more difficult to play an easy offense for Turbo. And some of these throws from Turbo are just with the left. I get it, especially when we get to this point in the game right now. This is where the team are kind of deciding, can we come back, and what are we coming back for? So I'm interested to see, how does this game turn out? I think we could see something a little bit tighter. I'd love to see a game that goes serve.
We are approaching halftime, regardless if we hit it via score or time limit purposes. We are getting there. Pardon me.
Well, more than likely, whether it's 7-1 or it's 6-2, probably after this point.
That is correct, absolutely.
I don't know about you. I love an underdog. I'm hoping for a 6-2 scoreline at halftime. Let it be known.
Well, that's exactly what Turbo's going to be looking for. It's a lot easier to head back into the dressing room, back to the sideline, with the momentum of scoring the latest points in a game. No matter what the sport is, you want to have that last one before you go in for your break. Try to carry that momentum in. You have something to build on.
Definitely. And if any of the Turbo coaches disagree and want the halftime to be 7-1, I think I'm a little bit concerned.
Said, though, if you come out down 7-1, it makes even more space for you.
We love heroes. And I just saw a golden retriever down one end of the field, and so I get a jersey.
Is it Air Bud?
TBD. It's been a few years. I think that one's retired.
Well, remember, there was the Air Buddies. As we
Space Buddies, too.
Oh, Space Buddies, that's right. Kind of funny. It was a first movie is about a dog who, through the power of vanilla pudding cups, learned to play basketball, and then a mere 8 films later, his puppies are in space.
I am also quite invested in the Air Bud cinematic universe.
Yeah.
The ABCU, I think they call it. Which also is almost like the alphabet.
Tony Stark doesn't die in the ABCU.
Yet. The timelines have not merged. Wait until Doomsday.
Here's a pull there for Vortex. Turbo looking for a quick counter here. They try to start this one back the other way. Nice fake short pass, but that'll be turned over as Louis was unable to corral that one up in the air.
A little bit less certainty from Turbo on offense there.
Now Vortex back onto it in the attacking zone. There's a long shot down and caught. And it is another break for Vortex. That will open it up to 7-1, and we will hit our halftime break. Your score at half, Vortex 7, Turbo 1. You're watching the 2026 Misfit Cup live on Trickshot.
7-1 for Vortex coming to the second half.
I think Vortex is able to play the way that they played in our first half. This is going to be as good as done.
I mean, I think this game's going to be Turbo. It's coming out. That's ready to go. Keeps making their plays. Stay sure of yourself, even if it's not connecting. Play your game.
I think for Turbo, it really comes down to how they play this opening pull and this beginning play of the second half here. This is really what determines it. If they're able to capitalize here, work it down to the other end, get a score off of this, they put themselves in a decent spot, only down by 5. However, if we're able to see Vortex counterattack yet again, pull off another break, I think you might be able to put this one in the books.
Maybe. I think we're in a spot where I just want to point out to all the viewers at home, some Turbo coaches on the far sideline. They get very excited. Right? Turbo does anything great. So I think we're just looking for a good moment to be building off here. And whether it builds to an end result here or just builds to the future, I think they'll be happy with it.
And here is our poll to start the second half. And you can see the quick movement early on here from Vortex.
Starting with that zone for Turbo again, emphasizing that handler movement.
Vortex really showing with this disc movement early on in the second half why they came into this tournament as the top-ranked club.
Turbo's happy with them throwing 50 passes here. They just don't need to cut off those upfields off of those swings and see if they can force a mistake. Nice hammer to the middle.
See the way that Vortex moves. They're obviously, and you see the layout there, Carter just missing that one.
Just one too many hammers.
But you can see the way that Vortex was really moving the disc there. Very similar to a rugby team working their way up the pitch. Obviously, you have to mix in forward passes here and there, but lots of very quick movement.
Yeah, they're not bracing for as much contact, I think.
Now it's going to be knocked down on the forecheck.
Gotta run through those. End zone set here from Vortex. Turbo's got to tighten up. Take away that open side. That's all they're looking for here.
Metro to start. Back for Bryant. Takes the flick, throws it down the near side. That'll sit, and it's caught.
That's a 50-50 shot. I mean, in a closer game, we're happy with
that one now increasing the lead for Vortex to 8-1.
I don't know about you, but I'm really hoping for an 8-2 score.
Two clubs resetting here.
Still hear some fans on the sideline saying, go Turbo. It's not over. We've got 30 minutes left in this game. I want us to see us go to time cap. Turbo, 0-0 right now. Every point we come out, 0-0 mentality. Any catch, any nice cut, any good deed, that is all something to build off of. Next game.
Very, very busy Sunday morning into afternoon here at the Burnaby Lake Sports Complex. Obviously, we have the Misfit Cup happening here on the pitch inside at Bill Copeland. We'll have a pair of Burnaby Lakers junior lacrosse games coming up throughout this afternoon and into the evening. A very busy day, not to mention a soccer Sunday for the little guys across the street. We got some rugby happening around here. We saw some lads playing cricket down on the other side of the complex. It is a full day here in Burnaby.
I think a lot of people have been talking about that soccer down the street, actually. I've heard people talking about soccer a lot recently. I know it's a big day for those kids. They're working hard. the women's quarterfinal here. Next up, we'll have an open quarterfinal. That will be Canyon Open versus Dusk Open. You don't want to miss out on that.
Long pull there from Vortex to start this one off. Turbo onto it from their own end. That'll be thrown forward. Maxine Ho.
Nice
Long stretch forward for Leung.
They got to get it up the line here.
Leung fakes the flick forward, now gets it off on the backhand, but Brandt could not corral it.
More confidence. It's tough to punch it up the line in those pressure environments.
Forward flick. Now Vortex starting it back up the right wing. Forward off the tips of the fingers of 12 Blue and down onto the pitch. Offensive zone turnover there, rather unforced.
I would love to see a big attacking move from Turbo here. Send it long, see if we can get something in the end.
Well, if you're in the situation that Turbo is in right now, do you see them going for that Hail Mary long bomb?
Well, right now I see them more accentuating their unders, which unfortunately don't work out there. Vortex gets the reception. Vortex does a good job of defending the deeps and turning it into their offense here as they work it up.
Spider-Man near side. Down to the goal line. That's not quite in yet. Now it is going to be caught by Spider-Man, and that will be another point for Vortex. They're up to 9 on the morning.
Turbo having a tough time collecting on that open side there. Defense on that open side is super important. Makes it so that Mark can play on SD and a little bit more pressure on, but tough at this point in the game.
Vortex well on their way to hitting that 13 cap, the lucky number 13 that they're looking for the victory in this matchup.
The game keeps going this way. It looks like we might reach that cap. I don't know about you. I'm still looking for a 9-2 scoreline here. I'm still holding out hope for Turbo to get a few goals. I think they catch fire for a few points. Nice.
See, no matter what the game pitch is, you can see how quickly momentum can turn in any sport. No different here on the pitch for Ultimate Frisbee.
Absolutely. I mean, I coached in a scrimmage where we were down by 8 just last week, and we came back and won. So anything can happen. Time we got left might be looking a little out of reach today, but let's see if we can pull it back.
We'll see if Turbo can find a Jalen Brunson-like performance to help pull them back in this one.
I have heard the New York Knicks comparisons with this team. They're special when we come down to the wire. Everything they got.
The mayor really behind Turbo.
I did hear his speech earlier today supporting them. Thankful that they're watching. Vortex looking comfortable, dancing on the line.
One thing you have to say about the body language on the side for Turbo, you wouldn't be able to tell what the score is by the way that they're acting. They're still very supportive of their teammates. As we get the pull down from Vortex, chance for Turbo to start it back from their own side of center.
Right now, the horizontal stack again. They've been running this whole time, and that's tough. That's tough. The story of the game right now.
This will land just inside center.
We'll just go straight to their end zone set. Cut from the back.
Long stretch forward. Big backhand, and then a flick ahead by Tom. Up in the air, and that will go down. That is a lucky break there for Turbo, as we have not seen Vortex drop too many of those discs in the attacking zone when they have the pressure on. Lee can't corral that one. That one's going to be intercepted. Dished back. 19 Black. Across for Jordan.
And again on that open side. Driving the line.
Fakes the flick down the right wing, looks for a back pass, just gets it off.
Big open side shot. Good D from Turbo.
Knocked into the air by Hannah White. One of the standouts so far in this one for Turbo. If the disc is in Turbo possession, more often than not, it's going to be in the hands of Hannah White. She'll throw this one forward, knocked down by Jordan. She'll try to set this one up for Vortex. Jordan, back pass. Onto the near side. 19 Black thrown into the attacking zone. That one will go down onto the pitch just before the goal line.
This Turbo offense getting lots of chances here. I'm hoping they can settle into something. Side cut.
19 Black takes a hard spill as she dove out trying to knock down that pass. There's an unforced error there. An attempted short pass up the near side. The intended target was Caitlin Tin. Fingers length out of her reach. Another chance for Vortex to set it up. High slot. Far side, that will be caught. About 3 yards outside. Flipped forward, stopped at the goal line, and in for a score there. Another one for Jordan.
Well run open side flow from Vortex, just as they've been doing all game.
Score now opens up to 10-1 in favor of Vortex over Turbo. And we see that Vortex really, we mentioned it ad nauseum in this broadcast, but the number one seeded team in this tournament. And what really was the thing that put Vortex in that spot?
Believe it or not, it wasn't that they beat all BC teams last year. Coming out of regionals, I believe they were ranked 3rd in British Columbia. Then at nationals, CU season last August, they topped 4, highest ranked BC team. They took that seed into this tournament, coming in number 1. I do think they have their work cut out for them in the semis and the finals, especially coming off of a win like this. Coaches are probably really looking at how can we stay tight, how can we stay focused. I know it's 10-1, but we still want to be getting better because this next game we got probably isn't going to look like this.
Mentioned earlier, morale very high on the Vortex side, and obviously how could it not be when you're up 10-1? But as we mentioned, Turbo still high hopes over there. Not seeing a lot of bickering between the teams, or the teammates rather, and that's a good sign for them. Obviously, early stages here, you don't want to get a shellacking early on in the calendar, but sometimes you need to get it out of the way.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think the scoreline does Turbo a ton of justice. I think they probably expected to be in this position. I think that's probably why you see it. They're still ready to go, but I do think fair scoreline when it goes 5 right now. Maybe that's just the coach in me. Kind of be optimistic here.
Although the game has been almost entirely Vortex for the past 15 minutes or so, Turbo was getting their opportunities before Vortex really blew this one wide open.
I mean, yeah, if I'm a coach and I'm seeing their nice open unders that they're getting, that they're capitalizing on, I'm happy. It's that 4th throw, that 3rd throw that is not the player they're aiming at. It's tough for them.
Here's the long pull from Vortex. That will be caught. Turbo to start this one back out. And Tiffany Lynn's going to miss that one. Vortex back onto it in the attacking zone. Set up shop here like they've done so many times. Spider-Man. Thrown into the middle. 14 red. Nice dish. Back for 14. She'll fall down. Manages to keep that one in. And that will be enough for another score. I guess that catch was just inside the end zone.
I guess so. These are quick points. See, Vortex is very happy about the game still. If I'm Turbo, I'm hoping to send this one to the end zone next point. Thinking, give us a chance to score. I want them to smile though when this game is done.
9 unanswered points so far in this one for Vortex. The score was 1-1 at one point.
At 1-1, this was a clash of the Titans. That was the tightest game we could have been watching. And this, obviously, it's been blown open from here, but let's imagine it's 1-1 right now. Okay, they're on serve again, ready to go. It's 1-1, guys. Just take. It kind of is 1-1. It's only 1-1 to 1. So just imagine it's 1 not there.
Turbo back on our left here to accept the pull. Vortex will start it from the right side.
I think what we really need is everyone watching at home to just give us a little "Let's go Turbo" under their breath. I don't care what team you're supporting, program you're supporting. If you can just give us that, I think they'll feel it. I really think they will.
Vortex up 11-1 here.
Turbo coach is still on the field. You love to see that.
It's like we mentioned before, this game may be out of reach in terms of a comeback, but they're not out of time to start setting up a bit of momentum to carry over into their next matchup.
You only get so many points this season. These next few points are their best experience they've had so far this season. So let's see what they can make of it. I like that the coaches still have that energy. They're coaching on the sidelines. I'm ready to see one of them jump up and down.
And Vortex quickly down onto the forecheck here, and a long throw that'll be knocked out of the air.
See, they created a huck option off the start, but she didn't like it.
Now it's LeBron, a long dime down the right side, and it's caught.
Still making nice plays, Vortex. That's a nice shot to an athletic catch.
Big catch there from 10. That increases the lead to 12-1. And we're up to a match point here.
We are. I am hoping we see 2 more points this game. What's that move called? Like, I'm not that old, but I just saw that kid dancing, and I'm like, I don't know that move. Must have missed me. I've been called Unk recently. It happens. We all get there. Anyone still dab? Nay?
Back in high school, we were all
I remember the word. I have no idea what that means.
chilling, like a somewhat heinous villain.
Oh, okay. I'm more of a hero myself. Still see the coach talking on the line for Turbo. I'm going to is get out there and score. I think she said a little bit more than that, but I know that scoring is the end goal of this point. Oddly enough, I am seeing 8 players on the field for Vortex. Maybe one of them's a coach. Oh, yep.
There goes one trotting off.
There goes one. They're all wearing basketball jerseys.
There's the pull.
Let's go, Turbo.
Turbo looking to make sure that was not the final pull of this game.
I enjoy the spirit of that move. It's a big move to put out right away.
Carter onto it here to start.
Vortex looking to close them out.
Nice pass, and that will be caught. Textbook definition of a worm burner there, and a great layout to make that snag.
And huge reaction from the Vortex sideline. We have another pick call here. Going to go back, and defender should get a catch up.
Here's Kobe. Down for the Mountie.
Nice cuts up the open side for Vortex here. Still going to punch the open side. And again.
Bryant lays out. She's inside the end zone. They're going to make her throw one more. That'll come back out for Mountie. And it's in now for a score, and that will do it for this one. A 13-1 final.
I believe some players call that a baguette when one team scores 1 point. Great game from Vortex. Turbo's got a lot to work on, but I think they'll be happy with some of the positives that they walk out of. Vortex heading to the semifinals, looking for some bigger games.
And that will do it for this one.
Coming up, we got Dusk Open versus Canyon Open on the next live stream. Stay with us. That'll be a fun game to watch. Thanks for tuning in.
On behalf of the entire crew, here at Trickshot, this has been the Misfit Cup presented by Vancouver Ultimate. Find Ultimate programs for all ages and skill levels across Metro Vancouver at VUL.ca. Thank you to JointWorks for sponsoring this event. They're a preferred athlete health provider of Vancouver Ultimate. One more time for all of us at Trickshot, my name is Joey Pitt. We'll catch you on the next one.